Every business needs customers. And one of the ways to keep customers coming into your business is through having an email list. As a matter of fact, every business must have an email list. What is an email list? An email list is simply a list of contacts, people you can communicate with, either prospects or already existing customers that you communicate with from time to time, sharing information about your products and services. That way, prospects can become customers and customers can become repeat customers. The reason why an email list is so powerful is that it gives you access to the customers at any point in time. You want to communicate with the customers in the morning, noon or night, January to December, you have access to them and the list belongs to you. Now today, we're going to be looking at how to build an email list step by step using an email marketing software or tool. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Emmanuel here. I'm excited as always to have you back. And if you're yet to subscribe to the channel, go ahead, click on that subscribe button. Let's get started. All right. So we're going to be looking at how to build an email list, right? To create your email list so that you'll be able to use a tool to communicate with your customers. Now, the tool I'm going to be using is called SendPulse. SendPulse is an email marketing software or tool that enables you to send email to customers in thousands, right? You can send any kind of email, whether it's newsletter, whether it's a simple campaign, whether it's reminders or product announcement. This tool can help you do it. And one of the beautiful things about this tool is that this tool has a free version that can take up to 500 contacts. And you can do automation. That means you can automate your email so that such people can come to your website, fill a form, and get an email instantly. And all this you can do for free as long as your contact is within 500. All right, so we're going to be doing it step by step. And of course, you know the way we do it here, everything is practical. All right, so let's go to sendpulse.com or .ng. If you're watching the video from outside of Nigeria, it's sendpulse.com, and if you're within Nigeria, you're going to be using sendpulse.ng. All right, so let's get started. The first thing to do, once you get to the website, you go to sign up. Sign up is to create an account for yourself, right? At this juncture, I want to let you know that it's better if you have a website and you have an email that's connected to your website. Please use an email that is connected to your domain, right? For instance, your website is abc.com and the email address you're going to be using is maybe your name, for instance, emmanuel@abc.com. That is very, very important to enable your email get delivered, all right? Most email marketing software, when they use third-party email, the delivery rate is always very low, all right? So use an email that is attached to your domain. But if you don't have, no problem, we can get started with your Gmail or Yahoo or whatever email you are using. Learn the ropes, understand how it's done. Then, of course, we can come back and fix things. So, for the purpose of this practice, I'm going to be using an email address that is attached to a domain. So, after creating your account, the next thing is to log into your account. Log into your account with the email address and the password you just created. So I'll go ahead and log into mine so that we can get started. Okay, so once you log into your account, the next thing is to understand the SendPulse dashboard. All right. Here you will see the dashboard and the menu. Just create a campaign, mailing list, my campaigns, email templates, subscription forms, email verification, service settings, and all that. But for this particular lesson, what we're interested in is building our email list. So we'll go straight to create a mailing list, right? There are two ways to do it. You can either go from here, create a mailing list, or you go to mailing list and now go to create a mailing list. So if we go through here, mailing list, and you can create a mailing list. All right. So you click on create a mailing list, or you go back to the dashboard and simply click on create a mailing list. So either way, you are going to do the same thing. So I will click on create a mailing list and I'll give my list a name. Now, one of the importance of having a mailing list is having a name for your particular mailing list, is that you may have customers across several categories of customers. Some might be new customers, some might be returning customers, some might be customers for a particular product or service. So that's why you need to give it a name. The name you give your list here is just for your own consumption, right? It doesn't affect anything. It's just for you to be able to know that this list contains this level of customers or this type of customers. Let's say I'm into baking, for instance, as a business, I'm into baking and pastries. I might say that this email list is for cakes. I can call it cakes customers, right? You can name your mailing list. You can give it any name you like. It doesn't matter. So I say this for cakes customers, and I would click on create. So that means I now have a mailing list for all my customers who buy cakes from me, right? So the next thing will now be to start adding email addresses to my mailing list. I told you that building an email list is something that as a business owner you can't do without. So how do you start building this? So the first thing you're going to do is to take note of your existing customers, right? That is why when people buy from you in 2022, you must collect their email address. Collect their name, their phone number, their email address. Those are basic information you must have. So you're going to start with your already existing customers. What do I say? Already existing customers. So check your invoices, check your receipts, check your database that you have, and pull out already existing customers, their email addresses, then build this list. So for this particular list, we are looking at customers who have, bought cake from us. So we'll go to our invoices, our receipts, we sieve out their email addresses, and we use it to build a list. What would that do for us? It will help us to communicate with all of them at once with just a click of a button, right? With a click of a mouse, we can send an automated email to all of them, whether they are 1,000 or 10,000 at once. Okay, so what I will do is, if I already have that list in an Excel form, I will use choose, upload a file. But I'm going to do a simple one, which is simply entering the individual information, one by one. That one is much more simple and easy for the purpose of this lesson. All right, so I'll just go to individual entry. There are several ways to do it. You can upload it by a file. If you have a file in CSV, XLS, or XLSX, or you can copy and paste, or you can import from another platform. All right, but we're going to do individual entry. So I click on individual entry, and I'll go straight and say email address. All right, so you're going to pull out those email addresses. We just use a hypothetical email address for the purpose of this lesson. All right, so I will just say this is an email address. Right, I'll put the phone number. I'll just come up with the hypothetical phone number 080. Right, then I'll add a name. So every customer has a name. Remember what I told you? Go to your receipt, go to your invoices, pull out the name of the customer, pull out their information, because we're trying to build a list so that we can be able to communicate with them at once instead of having to communicate with them one by one. So the communication is now in group. So I can decide, let's say I have a new cake, a new, a cake I baked, or a new particular cake I want to advertise. I can send a message to all of them at once. Maybe there are 1,000. I'll say, we have this new cake that we've just baked, and you can order for the cake and so amount, and I will send out an email. You'll be surprised, out of 1,000, let's say I have 10% email opening rate. That means 100 people who open that email. Let's say I have another 80% conversion rate. Out of the 100 people, 80 of them will buy the cake, and I can actually determine how much I'm going to make within a month based on my email list. All right, so I'll go ahead and add a name and say this name is Sarah Smith, for instance, right? You can also assign a tag. A tag is just another way to narrow down on, the customer, the database, and what is related to. But this particular feature is a paid feature, so we'll not bother ourselves about it. So I will just click on add. When I click on add, this particular data will be added to the email list I just created, cake customers email list. This particular Sarah Smith will be added there, and I can add as many as possible until I've exhausted all my customers. If you go to that particular email list, you will now see that we'll have one customer, one list, right? One database there. There's a data now. This is Sarah Smith. This is her email. This is her phone number. You can even add a second one. All right. So this is the process you're going to follow to add all the email addresses. Remember, I told you you can also upload the file. You can type everything in an Excel sheet and upload them at once. We are doing individual entry just to make it very, very simple. All right. So I can add a second email address. So email, I can say phone number, then I'll put a name. I will say the name is so these are all hypothetical information just for the purpose of the this particular course or training or lesson. All right, so there's a second one. I will add it. Okay, so I now have two individual in my list. I have two individual on my list currently. On my email list, cake customers, I have 2 persons. So I can build this up to 100, 1,000, 10,000, 20,000, but with this email list, I'll be able to send information to these people at once. And I can even personalize information by, sending it to them as if I am sending to a particular person. I will teach you how to do that in subsequent video. But for the purpose of this video, this is how to build your email list. So you keep adding to the list, right? This particular one is for customers. You can even have another one that is for prospects, people who haven't bought from you yet, right? You have maybe cake prospects, and you keep adding up every person who have indicated interest based on maybe you run an advert, or maybe people have visited your shop, or whatever means they have shown interest in your business. You keep adding to that list. So the message you are going to communicate to customers is different from the message you communicate to prospects. Did you get the gist now? So that means that is why I need to have them in lists, different email lists, and of course segmenting them, having different names, different lists for different category of customers. Then the messages I will send to them will now differ based on their level of interaction with my business. If they have bought from me before, I'll be trying to make them buy again. If they have not bought from me before, I'll be trying to get them to buy from me for the first time. Maybe for those who have not bought from me, I'll be trying to show them more testimonials, give them more samples, organize free consultation for them to be able to make up their mind. Then those who have bought from me before, I can offer them more incentive by saying maybe buy one and get another one free, or just come up with things that will make them want to buy more. All right, so that is how you build your email list. And with this tool, this sample tool, you have up to 500 contacts for free. So long your list is within 500 contacts, you're going to send your messages for free, and you have up to 15,000 emails every month. Right? So I can have the first list, maybe 100 persons, the second list, 200 persons, that's 300, another list, 100, another 100, let me get 500. Then I can send as much as 15,000 emails every single month. So guys, this is very good for small businesses. All right, if your business is a small business and you are struggling on how to reach customers, how to get more customers, building an email list will help you do that very, very fast. And of course, like I said, it's something you keep doing every single day. You keep adding to that list, either by running an advert, either by using other means to generate the leads, and you keep adding them. The people who have bought from you, you keep communicating with them, and as you do that, they will buy more. So long your messages and whatever you are communicating with them is something they love, they will stay on the list. So your duty is to ensure that they stay on your list and they are happy. Because if you don't give them what they want, they have the right to unsubscribe. That means leave your email list. And of course, if they leave your email list, you've lost them. That is why you must make sure that every communication you are giving them is something that will get them excited, get them to engage with you, get them to reply your email, and get them to take action, which is the most important. Whatever action you want them to take, so that they can go ahead and take that action, like buying something, like buying a game, like filling a form, like signing up for an event, etc., etc. So guys, this is how to begin building your email list. So no need to waste time. Go ahead, go to sampaul.com or .ng, sign up and begin creating an email list, begin adding to that list. And in subsequent video, I will now show you how to send the email, how to create a campaign to send the emails to the list you have created. All right, so if you are still here to subscribe to the channel, of course, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, click on that subscribe button and make sure you like and share the video. And of course, I will see you again in the next video.